lucked out a little. It kind of, I don't remember much from the screening. I remember a few laughs, which I was surprised with, pleasantly surprised, and a few gasps and stuff like that.
It's a fable that happens in a nowhere land. It's a metaphor about relationships between father and son. It's about how you, as a kid, you need at a certain point to kill the father and rebel against what you've been taught. It's very modern, and unfortunately I think it can apply on many levels on what we see on television lately, for example. I definitely said yes to the movie because of the shorts. I was in the south of France and I received them, and before I even read the script, really, I've seen the shorts and I was like, this is a very interesting director. And when I heard he was only 27 at the time, or something like that, he's 29, you know. And I was very attracted to the idea of working with him, you know. I thought there was something very stylish about it and very mature.
I was initially inspired by an article that I read about child assassins in Colombia. And there was something in that story and the interviews with those kids and how little connection they had with their actions that really kind of really stuck with me. And you know, I just kind of love to make a film about just the really basic idea that this boy is doing what he's doing just because his dad is telling him to.
On paper, I think it's very easy to judge this character because what he does to these kids is terrible. You know, even I don't want to say too much. I think we very earlier on in the process we agreed with Ariel that that guy has to really believe that he's doing the right thing for them. And that's what people do. I mean, that's what parents do. You know, we want to protect them, so we try to put things in their head, thinking it's the best thing for them, and at the end of the day, sometimes it's not. And they have to defend themselves for all the goods we want to give them.
It was a long, exhaustive process looking through all sorts of kids in Australia. I guess part of creating the Nowhere Land, we were looking for kids in Australia with a non-Australian accent, which is proved to be close to an impossible task because kids actually pick up accents very quickly, I learned. So even some little boy who just come from Italy 3 weeks ago would already have an Australian accent. So it was a long process, and towards the end, very close to the shoot, I saw Jeremy's tape. And he was in Sydney, and we found him through a French school there, and he came in and did this tape, and it floored us all, and it was pretty clear.
My dad always says it wasn't a trouble for you playing this character. You're such a rebel. You always like not listening to me, so I guess yeah. But yeah, it was a challenging role.
It's not really about acting. It's about finding something to keep their attention. And well, if you don't like kids, this is not the kind of project you should get involved with, that's for sure. Because there were like, how many we had? 20? 15, 16, and some really young, and some a little tough. But no, it's a lot of fun actually, and you have to do less really, because it's really about playing with them.
We shot for 5 weeks in Australia and 1 week overseas. And we had some incredibly strict child laws in Victoria. Very mundane stuff, but it impacts the whole movie in a big way. So we had a lot of kids. We had Jeremy in every scene. That was probably the biggest challenge with production. Annoying kids, loud kids. There was a few troublemakers.
But it's, I mean, if you like chaos, and I think Ariel really likes chaos, it's a nice element to play with at the end of the day.